everyone, I'm so excited for this. It is almost booktubeathon time, and I know what you're thinking. Aren't you wearing the same clothes as you were in your last video? And that is because there is no time. It is almost the booktubeathon. It is almost upon us, and I literally just picked out my TBR because I never stick to TBRs. And okay, if you don't know what TBR is, it's to be read. And I was trying to actually speak to myself and be like, okay, Allie, are you really going to read this or are you not going to read this? And I think I've got a pretty good selection, even though I probably will switch and do some other things, but I will try my best. I have participated in the booktubeathon. I think every year it's been done, if it's been done 3 years, which I believe it has. But the last 2 times, I have been at vacation somewhere, like Florida. So although I participated as much as I possibly can, I've never been able to do videos in a TBR and do the challenges. So I am so excited to be able to do it this year, even though it's going to be late nights, craziness, especially because I have some shows that I've been planning for months during the same week as the booktubeathon, and I have church 4 nights a week, but I will make it through. Like I said, I just picked up my TBR, and if you don't know what a booktubeathon is, it's an event created by Ariel Bassett, and it's basically where booktubers and book people read as much as they can in a week. And there's video challenges, and there's hosts, and you can get free books, and the Book Outlet, I believe, is the place that sponsors it. Well, the Book Outlet sponsors it, and there's a list of 100 books that during the booktubeathon you can get 10% off of those books. So basically it's just a big event for people to show each other new books, to read, to find other people who are booktubers, to read books that you've never heard of, and all of that jazz. Plus, it's actually kind of funny to watch people's videos and see them walking around like zombies, like they've had no sleep because you're trying to read 7 books in a week span. So I think the challenges are not, I don't think I can do them this year as well as I did last year, but I'm going to attempt. And I've doubled up on a lot of the challenges and tripled because some of them I don't see myself going through, and I want to give myself a little leeway because if I can read 1 book and do 4 challenges, then I can be free to read whatever I want to complete the 7-book challenge. So I have Cruel Beauty is going to fulfill my most recent book you bought challenge. Even though I bought a couple, this one just sounds like it'll be faster. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I need to get it done. Plus, it could probably count as a book that you want to read, but I already have one kind of does that. I also have Tiger Lily will be fulfilling 3 challenges. One is read an author with the same letter of their last name. Okay, Milo, you know what I just realized? I'm still going to do this anyways. I was taking the letter of my first name and looking for an A because I stayed up so late last night finishing the testing, which I will have a review up, that my brain is not clear. So even though this doesn't really apply to the challenge, I'm going to do it because it took me forever to find one with the last name starting with A. So I'm going to read this anyways. It's going to be that challenge, an author with the same last name's letter as yours. I don't know how to explain that. It's also going to be someone's favorite book, the people at Epic Reads. I have tried reading this once, and they just talk about it constantly. Epic Reads is one of my favorite booktubers. That's actually my dream job to work there, and it's published by my dream publishing company to work at, so I should probably read it, especially because so many people rave about it. And then it's going to also be my read a book without putting it down, which is going to be a very interesting challenge. Especially, I might change that one because Tiger Lily, even though it's small, it's very hard for me to get into so far. I've only read maybe 2 chapters, which I'll reread for the booktubeathon. But even those 2 chapters, I had a hard time just immersing myself in the book, which sometimes happens and sometimes works, if you guys know what I mean. These 3 are basically just to read 7 books. I probably will read these. I've wanted to read this for so long. I've actually owned this since I was very young. I have been obsessed with the Romanovs for a very young age because a lot of my family is from Russia, and I love Russia. Like, I wish I was Russian. I lived in Russia. I love Russian food. I love Russian ballet. I even went to a Russian circus. And I try to learn as much about Russian history as I can, and I think I'm going to enjoy this basically historical fiction called Anastasia's Secret by Suzanne Dunlap. That will help me get to 7 books. I've read some of her other books, like The Musician's Daughter. This is a book I've been wanting to read for so long. It is Every Day by David Leviathan. Plus, I think this is going to be one that I can power through pretty fast, and it won't give me a book hangover. I've read probably about the first paragraph, and I think, because that was kind of my test, I was like, if I'm not hooked by the first paragraph, then I shouldn't read it during the booktubeathon. And that'll help me get closer to the 7-book challenge. Ugly Love is there for the 7 books, and also Colleen Hoover. You can just get through her fast. I mean, her writing is so addicting, it's so moving and fast. Plus, this sounds like I read either Hopeless and Losing Hope, which were probably my favorite. I read the 2nd book and slammed on accident. I haven't read the first one. But this just sounds like the next book by her that I'm going to really enjoy and I'm really going to love. Plus, Ugly Love. I think they're going to make this into a movie very soon, which I know is a stupid reason to want to read it, but if I need something to kind of pick me up in the booktubeathon, I'm going to read it. Which, like I said, I may not stick to this DBR at all, but this is just kind of give me structure and get me moving and going. This, I think it's going to work for 2 challenges. What challenges? What is I going to use this for? I know what happened. Did I leave that one book out? No, it's there. Read a book with blue on the cover. Okay. Most books that I have blue on the cover, I either may wait, like Miro and the Dying Girl, or I've read them and I don't want to reread them yet, which I may, like I said, to get my brain working on the booktubeathon. But Her Eyes Are Blue. Ally Carter wrote my favorite series, and I read High Society, but I read it so fast, and I wasn't really giving it the attention that it needed when I read it. So I'm not even sure if I liked it or not, but I feel like for the woman who wrote my favorite series, who I completely adore, who actually is one of the reasons I got into reading, because I read one of her books starting in like 2nd grade, and I'm still attached to those characters and it still affects my life today, that I should at least give her other series a chance. I mean, I've read All Fall Down, an Embassy Row novel, but I need to give the High Society another chance. I may hate it, I may love it, but it's there. And then these are kind of more to help, my books just fell, to help with getting to 7 books, Shadow and Bone. I need to read this. Everyone's read it, I've heard so many different opinions about it. Some people are like, this is the most amazing book series you've ever read, and others are like, but I need kind of a good fantasy right now. I've been reading, I just finished the testing, and I'm really feeling a fantasy. Kind of got a little bit of a book hangover. I started the 2nd book in the testing series, Independent Study, but since I'm reading it with one of my friends, and she hasn't even bought the testing, I read it in like a day, I need to wait for her. And last but not least, I have Ferris, which is in the Lunar Chronicles series, which I've read every single one of the Lunar Chronicles books so far. I love Cress and I love Cinder and Cress. I'm used to saying them in order. Scarlet, I did not like at all. I only am really reading them now because I want to find out what happens with Cinder. But Queen Lavanna is such an interesting character, and this is such a short, like, novella that I think I'm going to read this to help bring my TBR up and go with the flow in the booktubeathon. I can't wait to see all of your videos. I will try to do as many video challenges as possible. I'm probably going to become a zombie in these last couple weeks, so I hope you enjoy watching my sleepwalking on camera. I will have another video up soon, probably the testing review, and I will see you then. Plus, reminder, get the books that are on sale because Book Outlet, I think, needs some more recognition. And just participate in the booktubeathon. You won't regret it years later. I still remember all the fun times I had, all the videos, and it's almost nostalgic to go back and watch all of them and see my friends, and even to see my booktube friends that I now have, like Sarah Ella and Casey Reeds, to see their videos and know that we're reading at the same time, and they can show me books I've never heard of and I can show them books they've never heard of. And it's just a really time for the community to get together. I think you should also follow the booktubeathon on all the social medias, and tell me what your TBR is down below, and I will see you later. Goodbye!